John Thomas.
Uh-oh. Station, everybody, because we've got the great Herminio Reyes Jr. is in the house. Good to see you, man.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still doing like yo, yo. Oh man, I think you're muted, my man. What? What?
Oops.
What? Oh, we can never get it right, man. Someone messes up all the time. Leave it to me. Leave it to me. Stacy, what's up, everybody? What is going on? To the Big Herm Show with Primetime Tom in the house here. We're always enjoying my my intro there because it was amazing. The director of the Bad Batch did the video, and then of course the sound always of the Big Herm Show. Anything Big Herb does, the sound, one collection down, Phable.
Woo.
Always thankful for my man Phable. You know what I'm saying with the music. I'm always gonna be grateful for that, my man. Always. Who's doing his own show? He's doing his own thing. He's doing it. All my guys are growing, man. They just like not only growing, but they're surpassing me. You know what I'm saying? I'm being left down in the dust. You know what I'm saying? But we got Mr. Nine Panel Grid. You know, Gray. Who's Gray? Nine Panel Grid. New channel by my man, Eric the Stash Durance, who's put up some new material. I don't know if you got to check it out, but it was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I love it because he's just straight up showing his knowledge, where it's positive or negative, it doesn't matter. He's gonna tell you how it is, just like everybody in the Bad Batch. Nick, you know what I'm saying? Fable, Steph, Robbie Stu, all you guys. Doesn't matter who it is. That's what we do up in the Bad Batch. So I'm so happy to see all those guys. Um, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't have time to put on everybody's thumbnails. So I'm just gonna say everybody who enjoys that material or wants to enjoy comic book material or anything pop culture philosophers, crew, the pop culture philosopher. I'm all over the place, but the crew, the bad PCP Army Bad Batch, everybody, even friends of the show. I have all that in the box down below, the link and all that, all their links. Check them all out because it's totally worth it. It also means Herm doesn't have time to watch all the other guys anymore. Like my man, Comic Tom, man. Every once in a while I get to watch him, but I don't get to watch him as much. My man Bueller, your guy. You know what I'm saying? I watch him when I can. You know what I'm saying? Guys like that. Near mid condition Omar, who's been a fan of the other show, the Major Collective Edition show. All those guys that I used to watch consistently. I don't get to watch them all the time. Just don't tell them I said that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Of course, Gem Mint, you know what I mean? All those guys, but they have their followers and they still have me as a fan. I watch every once in a while. But if you guys like material other than those guys, watch the Bad Batch, man. They're amazing. And of course, Robbie, Pop Culture, he's part of the Bad Batch too. You know what I'm saying? Not just a crew member of the Pop Culture Philosophy. He's also a Bad Batch member. Watch him too. He's down there below too. So all my guys, they get almost a 5-minute intro because they deserve it, and because I didn't put down the thumbnail. So, yo, Tom, what's up, man? It's been a while. It's been a few weeks.
It's been what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
Maybe like about 3 weeks. About 3 weeks because these two issues came up back to back weeks. 1 week and then we didn't get to do it last week, and then now this week. The Amazing Spider-Man 44 came out, and I
Yeah.
might as well talk about it because and maybe I won't talk about it because my thumbnail. Oh, yeah, it's right there. Okay, sometimes my thumbnails just don't want to pop up. My YouTube channel don't count. There's some people that can't even say hi, like Brother
Brother
Joe. Can't even say
Joe.
hi in the chats. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to figure that out, Brother Joe. If you're watching, I'm gonna go send a mean complaint letter. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to get Brother Joe in the chats. You know what I'm saying? So he can say his things up in there. But But like I was saying, this week, the issue number 44 came out, and guess what? Primetime Tom didn't even know this, but we're doing this next week. We're gonna cover
What?
the Amazing Spider-Man 45, 1 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you could be there. We didn't even discuss this
Oh,
yet. It was
geez.
just I just had the
Surprise.
thumbnail. Surprise! I just had the thumbnail ready for you right there, right there. Great job by my lady, always making wonderful thumbnails and stuff
Thank
like that.
you, Maria.
What happened?
I said, thank you,
Thank you,
Maria.
Maria.
So,
Yeah, so
you want me to say what I've been up to, or?
yeah, hold on.
Oh, yeah,
Because
yeah,
I like to talk too much. So let me just talk to now. Let's just say hi to the chats real quick. Then we can keep on going on, my man. We're just talking
yeah.
about this
Phable.
guy. This guy's everywhere now. My man Phable. One collection
There she.
down. Much love, my man. You know I love you. Chops and Drop, what's up, man? How's it going, man? All these wonderful people up in the house. Phil's Tree House. What's going on? I guess we've been missed. I guess. There we go. We're just talking about this guy
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. Nine Pound Greg, man.
There
His
she.
link is down. Yes, I already have your link down in the box below, my man. I already did that, man. Usually I'm slow with it. I got you in there because I'm very excited about your videos. I don't know if he dropped the second one yet, but when he does, if he does, I'm gonna definitely check it out. It was really good. Who else is up in the house? Who up is Oh,
Grandpa. Grandpa.
we we were just talking about some of these guys in the back. We'll talk about them in a minute. Let's just go through these guys real quick.
Sexy man.
Billy the Billy Power Max in the house.
Power man.
Oh man, it was I just thought I don't want. There you go. There you go. Thank you, my man. Thank you. Thank you. You put the link up in there. There goes the link. If you want to check it out, check it out. Press subscribe, then come back and listen to us. And watch them on the rewind. You know what I mean? It's not live. It's not live. You know what I'm saying? Just sub on the channel. See, I already got you a sub, man. You know what I'm saying? I already got me and Fable got you a sub just now. Hi, hun. Hi, hun.
Hey, Maria.
You know what I'm saying? And also, happy St. Patty's Day to everybody. It is
Yes.
St. Patrick's Day. You know what I'm saying? So, happy everybody who celebrated. I don't have an extra day off for St. Patty's Day, so I guess happy, but give us another day off. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Get a little selfish. Get more days off at work. Why not? So, my man, Primetime Tom, how was your day? I heard you had an adventurous week
Yeah.
with a couple of people you know.
Yes. So yesterday, me and some of the Portland comic crew, Bueller, Sleepy Reader, Damien, John Stout, um, Jen from Comics Will Break Your Heart.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Nice. How was she?
Another guy from the north. He goes by Augie. I can't remember his channel. And then another local guy, Bronze Age Nerd. Jen seems to be doing not too bad.
Oh, keep going. I'm just putting my guys up here. I
Um,
know I'll be distracting you with
so
that.
we went to this like comic book swap meet action figures at this local mall. So what it is a lot of the local comic shops set up tables and independent sellers, and they offer like just awesome sales discounts on anything you can think of, key
Hmm,
issues, back issues. So I hung out there, got the buttload of stuff for show and tell, and Sleepy Reader took us to lunch, so that was really cool. Thank you, Grandpa. um,
Damien.
and then the week before that, this other comic shop had their 9-year anniversary and did more comic shopping there. So it's been a good last 2 weeks.
Nice. That's awesome, man. It's good to have a good week every once in a while. You know what I mean? Like every time we go, well, oh, we kind of suck. Thank God we're here, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn it, can we have a good week for once? Sheesh. You know. But yeah, man, that's good, man. You got to hang out with all those people. How were they? Like I said, I want to go over there one day just to see all you guys.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Just to see all you guys hang out with the Portland comic crew. That'd be so cool. Um, it'll happen one day. It'll happen not this year, maybe next year. I'm planning on it. You know what I'm saying? To
nice.
go see. I gotta go see a lot of people in the Peace Be Army Bad Batch. There's a lot of I've seen Phable and then I seen Mark. Jasmine. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I seen some of those guys. You know what I mean? So hopefully I can get to see more. You got the West Coasters. You got also the South Coasters, and you know
Mhm.
what I'm saying. So hopefully one day I get to see them. Well, my week was okay. It was better than what last week, so I get to say, oh, I got a decent week. You know what I mean? So I got to finish a little bit earlier, a couple of days, because I got some help at work. So
Oh,
what I did with the extra time, I did more work. I was working on my my books back here. So I like to say I um completely sorted out all my books finally. 2 years worth of books are already sorted out, and
wow.
now it's just I'm waiting. There's a few pieces back there that I'm doing to completely finish at least the back of that, so that way I can continue on to my mission, like 2 year already mission to transform the back of the man cave to make it look very presentable for a show. Because the
Roll
other
up.
side over there,
Oh,
yeah.
gotta say that. Sorry, Fable. You know what I mean.
So I set it up and made it all nicely for this show. You see the back, I got it like a little nicer. You know me, a little nicer. I even got Jelani, right there. You know what I mean, a drawing of Jelani that Robbie made. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy right there, Jelani. I
Nice.
don't even know if he knows he's hanging out, you know, with us every show now, but he does. I got Spidey and Spider Gwen back
But
there. You know what I mean? I got my homegirl. I can't even. I'm pointing in the wrong places. Lamb Chop back there. Spider Man's right next. A little Max Spider Man's right next. That's the one. Brother Joe and Bobby sent us one time, and yeah, man. So things are moving along a little bit in the man cave. My goal is to by my vacation time, go ham on it. Hopefully, I have it a little bit ready. And people telling me they want a view of the man cave. I'm just like, I
yeah,
mean, I don't have a spectacular man cave, but I got decent stuff. You know what I mean? Maybe one day it finally be done. I can show it. But yeah, man. So yeah, the week's been good. I miss doing this with you. You know what I mean? I know last
me
week
too.
I was a little bit under the weather, but it has a lot to do with like it's starting to get spring out here. You know what I'm saying? I guess the groundhog was right. You know what I mean? Apologies to the groundhog. We gave him a lot of crap because it was still really cold a week ago, but maybe he was right. Maybe. And yeah, man, that's been our life lately. I thought maybe we'll include this segment in the beginning. We gotta know what we've been doing all week. You know what I'm saying? And then,
Yeah.
of course, I always enjoy trying to watch the fellas, like I said earlier, whenever I can and stuff like that. So keep on keeping on. Why are we here? I don't even remember why we're here. Okay, that's all, folks. See you next week. We're here to review the Amazing Spider-Man 44, the end of the gang war. You know what I'm saying? I don't
War
know why I
game.
had to say it like that, but the whopping end of the gang war, which of course, this week I don't even know where I put this week's book, but it's somewhere around here. Next, but my man Primetime Tom is gonna review the Ultimate Spider-Man two,
Yeah.
two, two, two,
Two, two,
and now
two,
I'm repeating
two.
everything like it's epic. You know what I mean? But can't wait for you to go through this. I ain't gonna lie, I just finished rereading both of these right before the show. I was like, man, I gotta read that. And of course, I just mentioned this just a few minutes ago, but this is
Uh-huh.
next week's book. Next week, this time, same bat time, same bat channel. We're gonna. I don't know why it has to be bat time. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a Spider-Man show. It should be
What did you
Spider
say?
time.
Bat?
What? What?
Facts.
What? 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 No. No. Who? 45. This is the aftermath, I guess, of the gang war. Let's see what happens to that. But that's gonna be next week, folks. So keep on keeping on. Of course, a little later, you guys know, you guys are probably like, wait, they're not gonna have this part of the segment? They're not gonna do it after being gone for so long? Why? You guys know you love it. My favorite part of the show. You know you gotta have it. Some show and tell. That
Oops.
beautiful sight.
Right? Showing.
All right. Everybody can tell my man Tom misses that. So Stacy, to everyone and anybody who watches live or watches on the rewind, I appreciate you guys. If he's new or you're not new but you don't realize it because sometimes it happens, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Ding 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 that bell for notifications for future videos. So you can watch all the silliness that we do here, and of course all the we do silliness here. That's what we do here. This is
Oh
our
yeah.
thing. You know what I mean? We make bad comics look great. You know what I'm saying? I heard that's our new thing. You know what I'm saying?
Like
then
jackpot.
then
Jackpot.
you got all the bad batchers who actually know what they're talking about and stuff like that. Their links, like I said, is down below. And we will just be here, be silly and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So what's his my man O-ish hours sort of Portland Herm just
What?
saying.
Oh, yeah.
Well, like since over, oh, you guys got the timing, like it's morning for you guys, and over here it's afternoon and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be like, Tom, you mind if you do a show at 11 a.m. here Eastern time? He's like, oh my God, I gotta wake up early for that. True story. He did that 11 a.m. show with me. That was pretty cool. But it was what that was what 8 in the morning for you or something like that.
Oh God.
The
It was
nine. So stay tuned. So I guess we can start going with anything else you want to shine in before we start.
well, I found this book from another run, autographed by a certain someone, and yeah, I'm sorry to say, I'm glad I didn't pick it up because it was by this guy named
Who? What? What?
yeah, that guy.
It's a 10-hour drive south. You better come visit me too. Oh, okay. I see what he means. If I go to Portland, it's a 10-hour drive. I better go drive over. You know what I'm saying? Um, I could do that, but like it depends on how much. If I'm there for a week, that's something different. But if I'm there for a day, maybe, maybe I drive 5 hours in and you drive 5 hours up, and you meet me halfway. You know, kind of like a song, like that song, "Meet Me Halfway." Right on the borderline, where I'm gonna wait. You know that song by Fergie. You know,
You could
Stu
always,
Station, bro. What's up? What
you could
happened?
always maybe hijack the Bueller bus.
Oh, there you go. Or I'll just like watch Bueller and be like, do the whole thumb thing. You know what I mean? Maybe show my legs a little bit. You know what I mean? Bueller, can you look? We're just off the rails. Oh man, you can tell we missed this, huh? But keep on keeping on. People probably be like anybody new, like these guys didn't even talk about the issue yet. What are they talking about? You know, is it 20 minutes in? What are you doing? Oh man, we just clown around like we always do. Sometimes I feel like I clown around, and I gotta be careful because like I might offend somebody. You know, I don't
I
mean
know.
to, but I just oh, I didn't mean that, man. I'm just playing. You know what I'm saying? Well, keep on keeping on. Amazing Spider-Man number. I really forgot the number. 44. I don't know if did you get the variant for this or you just got the regular issue?
Let me check. I think I got the
Because my
same.
man always has a variant. Okay,
Yeah.
you got the same one. This
Yep.
is a bad ass looking cover. I really
Oh
enjoy this
yeah.
cover with the mask. Always the mask, shiny mask with the hero in the back, stuff like that. That's always cool.
Mm-hmm.
So JR cover right here is
Yeah.
spectacular. So of course, usually I'd say how what there we go. It's also usually 2 pages, then you get to all the guys. But you got Zeb Wells up in Zeb Wells, John Romita Jr., Scott Hanna Inker,
Mm.
Marcio Menzi. I hope I'm saying that right. VC's Joe Caramanga on the letters. You know what I'm saying? So gotta mention those guys. I figured those guys never get mentioned, and they're a big part of what they do. If they're not doing a good job, the comic looks like crap. So mention them a little bit. But we're gonna start. Remember last time we left them, they were battling. Pa 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 pa
Yep.
pa pa pa. You know what I'm saying? Beep, beep, beep. So you got already right off the bat, they're battling in Central Park, New York. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Spider Man. He's like, in wars, there's no time to think. But that's never stopped me before. So here I go. I don't know why I had to sound like Antonio Banderas a little bit there. But I don't know what's going on with me right now. But I think we might be winning. So Spider-Man quickly thinks he might be winning. I got the Beetle and the Syndicate. It's pretty much a battle. Like it's not much. There's just a lot of talking and battling. It's old school comic book. You know, back 80s, 90s kind of battle, which I enjoyed. Sometimes you need a battle. You know what I mean? All this talking and stuff. But
Mm.
oh man, so you got everybody battling, and you have like Electra going Electro, the electrocution person, not Electra, the girl, but which Electro is a girl, but it's the girl Electro, you know what I'm saying? So I'm already getting everybody confused. But here we go. And he's like, but our orders have changed, he says. And Spider Man goes, oh. And then you got Miles is like, what are you doing? Back off. And then you got Bunny. She's like, why are you Electro and Lady Octopus gang after Spider Man's crew? Didn't they get the memo? And then you see Tombstone grab her arm. And he's like, we helped Spider-Man win, and we're all gonna lose. We're putting out. I give the word. And White Rabbit. I called her Bunny just now. White Rabbit. White Rabbit's like, Janice. Janice, good with this? And he's like, you have trouble hearing? And then he's like, I give the word. So we already see Tombstone turn heel again. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we see the map. At the moment, you see the territories of Madam Mask and what the Beetle owns for the moment, which is now Tombstone, because Beetle, her own dad, whooped her ass. So you see in the background, he goes, "You heard the boss, Harlem. Change of plans. Double up and the squares." And then Miles is like, "Wait, who are the squares?" And someone behind goes, "Who do you think?" He's like, "Me?" And then the Killer Croc looking dude, you know what I'm saying? He's like, "Sorry, ladies, orders are orders," and he starts attacking Elektra and Spider Woman. So pretty much, Tombstone took his crew and the Syndicate and everything. Now he turned on Spider Man. You know what I'm saying? And the She-Hulk and everything. So they're really attacking. Of course, She-Hulk goes, "You want a paste pop patty?" And she's like, "It's Trapster now." You know what I'm saying? Paste Pop Patty is an old school character from Marvel from back in the day. And then of course, I think it's Shotgun. He's like, "We're out of here. Move." That means you, Electro. That's Shotgun, right? No, that's not Shotgun. That's
It's,
who the hell?
forgot his name.
I already. What happened? I
It's
forgot his
not.
name too.
It's not
Cause
Paul.
Shotgun is the one that look like Blade, right? That
Yeah.
okay. So Electra saying, "Just saying a quick goodbye," and Spider Man's like, "Really appreciate, thank you." And then he gets blasted by Nefario, who's being controlled by Madam Mask, as we heard earlier. And she goes, "Harlem has betrayed you, Spider Man, and unfortunately for you, the reality frees up some hands." And then Electra's like, "Perhaps that is a betrayal we should have seen coming." And Spider Woman's like, "Regardless, it hurts like hell." And She Hulk's like, "This stuff is tougher than it looks. Just give me a sec." I don't know why she sounds like He Hulk, but that's just the way it is. Miles is like, "I don't think we have that kind of time. You know what I'm saying? We just don't." And then you see Nefario, "Make yourself useful, father." Madam Mask says. And then, of course, he's blasting Spider-Man from behind. And of course, Elektra is like, stay close, fight as one. And then down, down. They've got the She-Hulk. We're in trouble. So, they got She-Hulk pinned down right there. But that's not going to keep her down for too long.
Nope.
And then someone goes out of nowhere, but it's not you. And then, of course, that's Luke Cage. That's what I forgot. He does not look like Luke Cage. That's Luke Cage.
Yeah.
And of course, out of nowhere, there the Calgary comes. Luke Cage and Jetpot and Spider
Oh
Boy.
God.
So,
Oh, by the way, bonus review coming up by his truly Herminia Jackpot issue 2, right? No.
wait, that came out.
I don't know.
They're probably delaying it. Like, oh my god, this is really crappy. Let's delay it. Um, Spider Boy's like, see, all these guys work for AIM. Jackpot's like, yes, AIM. Kick their butts. And he's like, I think so. And she's like, it's okay. Whoop their ass. You know what I'm saying? Whoop them. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, you gotta miss Jackpot. And she's like, it's just Jackpot, dude. Come on. And of course, you see Nefaria blasting Spider-Man right there, like and then and
You think
then he's
Nefario?
like, careful, Silvermane. Do not.
You mean
What
Silverman?
happened?
You mean Silvermane's blasted him?
Yeah, Silvermane. My bad. Silvermane's blasting. Silvermane's blasting him, and Nefaria's like, watch out, man. That's for the boss. Don't kill her. Don't kill him. You know what I mean? He's like, it's all right. I'm just softening him up. And then Spidey's like, I gotta keep fighting. I gotta keep fighting. And then of course now you see a shot right there, and of course it's Shotgun from earlier, from the issue before. We all know like he's not under control of Madam Mask anymore. Shoots Nefaria and he shoots the symbols out of them because the symbols what was controlling them through Madam Mask. She was controlling by the symbols, the little symbols that she put on them,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like Shotgun. And he's like, nice working with you, man. See you around, dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't say dudes, but, it sounded better to me, you know what I mean? And then out of nowhere, like, Nefaria's like, what? My daughter enslaved me? And Silverman's like, no, she enslaved me. I'm going to kill her for this. And then Spidey's like, you're talking, but I'm like, oh, he said, I'm going to kill her, but first I'm going to kill him because she wants him then first. And then and Spidey's like, you're talking to me, dude? And then, of course, we have Jackpot and She-Hulk, boom, knock out Nefaria. And Spider-Man's like, thanks. And then, of course, um, Madam Max like, don't thank him yet. I hit plenty hard. And he's like, come on, man, stop. This is over. This is over. You lost, homegirl. You know what I mean? She's like, I didn't lose yet. Uh, then it will cost you, Spider-Man. For what you do, you try to stop us and stuff. So I'm gonna whoop your, you know what? You know what I mean? And then all the criminals in the island's gonna worship me. You know what I'm saying? He's like, we already won. I don't know what the heck you're talking about. And then you shot my friend. You shot my friend. And she's like, that wasn't my decision. He's like, do you think that matters? And then you wanted war, and war has a cost. So pretty much that's what he says to her. And then she's like, do you think your hands are clean? Do you think you made things better? You ruined everything. And then Spider-Man's like, no, you did this. It's no accident it ended this way. And then of course Jackpot with her little, ding 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 bracelets, you know what I mean? It's not bad luck when it takes and takes without considering. People get hurt. And then Spider-Man's like, and what you never realize until it's too late is that eventually, and then she's like, she didn't even let him finish. She's like, die! She starts blasting and stuff like that. And then like, boom, Jackpot kind of, her powers kind of blew up her two little shock things. And then
Yeah.
she goes, yeah, she got owned. You know what I mean? So, so she fell on the floor, and then she's like, oh. And then Spider's like, the person getting hurt is you. And then of course you see this metal Iron Man wannabe looking dude fly off, and he's like, "Looks like I bet on the wrong horse, Spider-Man. We'll finish this later, one on one." Flies away, and then Spider Boy's like, "What? Sick cloaking tech, rabble. Don't complain, the villain, Spider Boy. No complaints to the villain, Spider Boy." Miles said, "Okay." So, and Miles is like, "Oh wow, she's like gone. I guess it's pretty cool." And he's like, and Spider Boy's like, "See." And then of course Cage is like, "Hope they know a good lawyer." And then She-Hulk is like, "I certainly won't be leaving them my card." You know what I mean? So you see all of them in the floor like all beat up and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then Spider-Man, who grabs after the show, grabs Mask, and he's like, "It's over. We did it." And then someone in the back goes, "Yeah, all of us." And then out of nowhere, Shang-Chi and Danny, the Iron Fist. Well, he's not the Iron Fist right now, but you know what I mean, Danny Rand. And he's like, "Shang-Chi, Danny, where are you guys?" And Danny's like, "Where were we?" And then Shang-Chi's like, "Danny, relax." He's like, "We were fighting the tanks back there. What do you mean, where were we?" And then Shang-Chi's like, yo, we don't take credit for it. We're martial arts people. We don't take credit for stuff like this.
I was gonna
He's
say
like,
like looks like Iron Fist guy, but I won't say it because it's inappropriate for this channel.
"Oh, yeah. This is a family-friendly show, Mr. Tom. Okay, keep it down." And then Danny's like, "F that. They left the kung fu guys to fight a fleet of tanks. I want full credit." "And where were you, Jen?" And she's like, "I was trying to fighting tank. I was tired of fighting tanks." And he's like, "You were? Shang, are you hearing this?" And he's like, "Let it go, Danny." And then of course Electra's um talking to Spider Woman. She's like, "You fought mean. I like it. You ever need me? If you ever need me, call me." And then Jessica Drew is like, "I must take you up on that offer." So I guess they all like after a battle, you see all the heroes talking, and you got that Jackpot lady with Spider Boy. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? The two characters people don't really want right
that's right.
now. Then she's like, "Hey, little guy, you handled yourself really well there." And he's like, "Thanks. I considered beasting out and biting some people, but it felt like overkill." And she's like, good move." And then Luke Cage is like, "New York owes you, Spidery." And he's like, "And I owe you, Luke. I know helping me was technically illegal. I hope you didn't get yourself in trouble." He's like, "Actually, I have good news on that front." And then he's like, "Fist law has been repealed. So no more fist law, guy. So we don't have to deal with that fist law stuff. And it's all over, guys. Here in the gang war, it's over. You know what I'm saying?" So keeping on. We go over to the hospital where Spidey and Robbie Rodriguez, that's the artist, but you know what I mean. Uh, People over the island. He's like, people over the island, the city council, even the police union got involved. People took the streets and saw a problem. They risked their lives to demand action. Sounds familiar? And he's like, "I know you talked, so I'll give you a hint. I was talking about you, Randy. You know what I'm saying? You did it, bud. You got the law off the books. That's going to make helping people a lot easier in this city." And he's like, "But it's okay if I admit that seeing you like this, it doesn't feel worth it." He's like, "Then I'd rather just have you back because that's what I want, Randy. Just between you and me." And he's like, "Oh," and then Randy like wakes up. He's like, "Okay, I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore." He's like, "Randy!" He's all excited. He's like, "Oh," you know what I mean? He's all happy and stuff. He's like, "Randy," and he's like, "I bought it. I thought it'd be funny to surprise you, but this is just making me sad." He's like, "You're awake." He's like, "You're awake." Peter says, and he's like, "You woke up after Spider-Man left this morning. He must have said something inspiring, like whether you just did." And then, then they keep on. He gives him a big hug. He's like, "Shut up, Randy. I just love you here." You know what I'm saying? "I'm so happy." You know what I mean? That's what he said. He's like, "Take it easy. I'm still hurt. I'm still hurt." He's hugging him so. And he's like, "Oh my God, sorry, you're awake." He's like, "Yeah, you and my dad told me things got pretty hairy while I was asleep, but Spider-Man took care of it. Cause I kind of woke up right in the morning when Spider-Man talked to me, like in the issue before. Remember, he talked to him and everything. After he left, he actually woke up after that. So that's why he was explaining. I'm not going through everything. There's a lot of words, but that's what he said. And then he was like, I'm just glad you Spidey took care of everything. And of course, Peter's like, yeah, it wasn't only Spidey, it was the heroes too. But everything worked out good. And he's like, yeah, how about Janice? And he's like, and then Peter looks serious, and then he repeats himself. He's like, Peter, what happened to Janice? He's like, I don't know, Randy. No one does. Then go over to back to the Tombstone,
Hmm.
which is the boss now. Again, says cops didn't get her. We know that you have any ideas. I told you. And that was the rabbit saying that. I told you we have disagreement. She left, and she's like, "You think she's coming back?" And he's like, "Depends on how well I made my point. You should be happy. You just got promoted, along with the rest of the syndicate. New York used to be full of gangsters. Now we're the only ones left. This city is ours." And then, of course, Rabbit's like, "Boss, everyone's licking their wounds now. No one's gonna challenge you for a good long while, but no one's gonna forget that when there was war, you fought alongside Spider-Man side, and that's gonna be trouble." And then he's like, "City would have burned if I hadn't turned to him. When the cards were on the table, he was the only one I trusted. Knew he'd do the right thing, even if it meant helping me. Like it or not, he showed up for me. I owe him." And she's like, "So what are you gonna do?" He's like, "I'm gonna beat him to the death with my bare hands, loud in the broad daylight, with everyone where everyone can see. No one's gonna remember after anything after that. Come
Yeah.
on, we got a city to run." Not the end. And of course, that's stating that for helping him, you know what I mean? He's gonna he's gonna kill him because he has a reputation as a hero helping a head gangster mob leader. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool. And then
Yeah.
of course the picture of the whole island everywhere says Tombstone because he owns it all now.
Oh
The
yeah.
gang war is over. Bam
Or is
bam bam. Or is it? And of course everything is crossed out from all the issue except for of course for whatever reason Daredevil Gang War #4.
hmm.
So that came out I think last week. I don't own it yet. I'm gonna get it soon so I can read it, see what it's about and stuff. Maybe I could talk about it next week. But not the issue, but what happened and stuff. But the end of the gang war. I'll Since I've been talking, I'll ask you, what do you think about this issue, Mr. Tom?
Oh, I liked it. I liked seeing all the action shots and um, the different conversations. Yeah, it was a huge crowd.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was almost like a dance party in Central Park
Station.
Station, like a drunken dance party with people not holding back their punches.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
drawn out street fight. People bloody. They didn't show the blood because it's a
Mhm.
Spider-Man book. But had it been like had it been like a Wolverine book where it's PG, it's probably rated R or something. You probably would have saw a lot of more blood.
But yeah,
Um,
yeah, the art was really good. And um, of course, we knew that Tombstone was going to end up, you know, turning back around and wanting to get Spidey because that's what villains do.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. He
yeah,
wasn't gonna let his daughter take over neither. He was like, "There's no way. There's no way."
yeah, and
Um,
I mean, we all know that is this the true ending or is it in
is it?
issue 2? No,
It does say that we're gonna get another part of the story. Says not the end, so it's gonna be another arc with Tombstone. So it's gonna be a whole. Which in the Zeb Wells one, the Tombstone parts of the run is the run I'm enjoying most about this 44 issue run. So it's pretty cool. I don't know what they're gonna go. I haven't read the new issue yet. I don't know if you read it, but I was gonna wait till after this to read it.
I think
Did you get to read it?
not yet. from what I saw somewhere, it looks like the plan is to turn things around and go back to the whole dark web thing with Chasm and what's her face. Um, yeah.
the part of the run we don't like. They put that to bed. They just got well. So people not thinking it. Just let it go. Think of
Yeah,
something new.
that and Dark Web and Spider Boy.
Dark Web, Dark Web. Um, yeah. So, if you had to grade it, what would you grade this issue? Like,
um, I want to give it a 4.5 backlogs.
okay, okay. So
Yeah.
you enjoy the ending and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So you felt like it stuck the landing. If you give it a high score like that, you know what I mean? Like for what it was. I thought I thought it was a nice little battle. Like I said, when you have gang war, it's called gang war. You're gonna see a lot of issues where they're fighting, and it's pretty much the last couple of issues. What you got? You got the story in the beginning, whatever they built there, and then they got to the old school style uh battle towards the end. And of course, everybody knew Madame Mass wasn't gonna win eventually, because there's a lot. She got a lot of problems. You know what I'm saying? And but she was close. But of course, Tombstone took over
Mhm.
after getting shot, almost dying, all that teaming with Spider Man and all that. Now he has the whole kingdom, which makes you think: was it part of the whole plan, or was he really turning? Finally turning from being bad to like being decent guy. You know what I'm saying? Was he really turning into that because of his daughter, stuff like that? You don't really know 100%. That's probably why you're gonna go back to it. But the fact that he like not just turned on his daughter, but he knocked her out. He destroyed her suit. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't having what I built. So was it more selfish? Like was it more to protect her, or more selfish on his part? Like I've been working at this for so long, and you're gonna try. You know what I'm saying? Kind of thing. That's why you always wonder what they're gonna do. But that's what I was thinking. But overall, the issue, I liked the gang war. I enjoyed it. I read most of the tie-ins. I enjoyed the tie-ins. They were pretty good. Um, for what it was, it's gang war. You know what I mean? They're talking about that. So if you anything, mostly going forward to like whatever it's kind of like a season of whatever it is. Whether it was Smallville, Buffy, or any of the Arrowverse, any of those. You have like the main plot for the season, and then you have like the little plots and the little villains, like not little, but you know what I mean. It's pretty much what it is. One of the plots of this run, and I thought it was pretty damn good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. A lot of people probably who knows what they think. Like a lot of people dropped off of the Zepwell run, so the people who have read it and the Spider-Man fans, that are looking around the blogs and stuff like that, for the most part, they've been liking the gang war. So you might have a few that didn't, but long story short, I gave it a 4.0. I thought it was really good. You know what I'm saying? And you give it 4.5, so it's still
Yeah.
pretty good scores and stuff like that. That's just our opinion on the story. We take aside of all the dark web stuff. We put that aside. Just rank the arc, and I thought it was a pretty good arc. I enjoyed the gang war stuff, and I don't know what else you would expect about something like this, but I thought it was pretty good. So if you average it, what's the average? You gave it a 4 point. I gave it a 4. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
I don't know if it's actually averages to. It's probably bad math, but I'll just say automatically it's a 4.69, dude. Even though that's probably bad math. You know what I'm saying? So so my man Tom, you know what time it is. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
I flip you over because
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah.
put this book away. Because what are we gonna do next?
Oh yeah. This bad boy right.
Baby!
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man 2. He's
The
been
very
he's been
very.
wanting to review this one for quite a minute right here.
Yep. I gotta tell you this. these Ultimate books, especially this, are getting really hard to find unless you really jump on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The first one is still selling out. The second print
Hmm.
sold out quick. The third print, I think till yesterday you were able to find it. It's sold out now. Now they have a fourth print coming of number one, and then
Dang.
they have a second print coming of number two, and that's gonna sell out.
Hmm.
People, I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I enjoy the heck out of this one, but I let you tell the story. So what
Yeah.
happened in this one?
All right. So, just to do the backstory. So we got Peter Parker. It's different universe, Ultimate Universe. He's got two kids. He's married to MJ. They're happy. Uncle Ben is still alive. Jay Jonah is Jay Jonah, and
Hmm.
yeah, him and Uncle Ben are partners at the Daily Bugle. But that got seized and took over by Kingpin. So that's going on. And Jay Jonah, and Uncle Ben are thinking of starting their own newspaper. So, oh yeah, just to give some props to the writer Jonathan Hickman, of course. I think it's Chichetto. Is the
Chichetto.
Chichetto?
Marco Chichetto.
Marco Chichetto. Yeah. And then you
That's
got
how I say it. There's actually another way of saying it, but I don't
yeah.
know.
And then you got color artist Matthew Wilson. You got letterer VC's Corey Pettit. And then on this cover you've got our boy Marco, and then you got Mark Bagley, Edgar Delgado, Mateus Manhanini, Dyke Ruin, and Matthew Wilson, and Elizabeth Torque, and Tamara Bonvillain. Huh, cool name. Anyway, those are all the variant covers. Anyhow,
Sorry, I'm playing with the buttons here.
so we got really cool art. Kind of opens on New York, seagulls flying, Empire State Building. You've got beautiful Statue of Liberty, and you got our Ultimate Spidey swinging. Kind of looks almost like the symbiote suit, but it's more of a what was it, like nanotech or something? The Tony Stark of this universe, I guess, gave him a special suit. So he's sitting there, learning how to swing and doing the Spidey thing, and it opens to like a conversation between this Peter's daughter May and his son. I think it's Richard or something. But he's all like looking at the picture, of the new Spidey. He's like, yeah, that's CGI, man. And she's like, no, it's not. She's like, it's real. I'm looking at it right here. And she's all like, Dad. She's like, Richard says this isn't real. What do you think? And Peter's all like, well, you remember when you used to think unicorns were real? She's like, well, yeah, unicorns are real, Dad. He says, right, exactly. So why do you care what Richard thinks? And then and she's all like, well, this, whatever it is, if he is real, he's a scary looking man. He's like, well, in that case, I trust your brother. He's like, he's pretty smart. So all of a sudden he's defending Richard. And then you've got kind of breaks over to MJ. She's like, what's going on? What are you talking about? She's like, what are you scared of? Peter's like, oh, just, Photoshop. She's like, oh, tell me about it. So she's getting ready to leave. She's like, yeah, I got a meeting at 10 and 2:30. She's like,
He made it look so beautiful.
I know. It's
Chichetto's art's like, oh my god.
the art. And
It's
even the
just,
kids.
the
Even the
kids,
expressions.
adorable.
Yeah, it's like a little mini me of MJ.
Mm-hmm.
So she's, Peter's all like, yeah. It's like, good luck. And then MJ's like, yeah, the sitter's going to be late. Get used to it. She's like, Peter, have you been working out? He's like, maybe a little. And then you cut to kind of got, the new Spidey discovering all his powers. Then you've got the panel, that homage to Superman. Superman, what? DC? Bah humbug. No. So you got him, thinking about, wow, I've got all these powers, why am I sticky? All of a sudden, he's like, I'm super agile. And he's like, but I have one problem. He's like, Crash!
Mhm.
And then you kind of see the electricity from this suit kind of like swirling around him and stuff. He's like, I can take a beating. So that can come in handy. And then you cut to I don't know if this whole scene was hilarious. You've got this conversation between Jonah and Uncle Ben, and they're sitting in there in this Turkish bath. And the whole conversation kind of reminded me of like an old married couple.
Yeah.
So they're sitting there talking, and and Jay Jonah's like, Ben, I was thinking about it. I've had a cup of coffee for breakfast every day for the past, what is it, like 25 years? And Ben's like, well, yeah. He's like, not apple juice. He's like, not orange juice, no plain glass of water, nothing to eat, just coffee for 25 years. And Ben's like, well, yeah, sure, Jonah, it's because you're not 5. And he's like, Jay Jonah's like, do you think it's possible? Is there any chance that it's bad for me? And then Ben's like, well, if I say less or if I say yes, are you going to stop? Jonah's like, well, of course not. He's like, well, then, Jonah, I don't think it's bad for you. And he's like, I knew it. Sitting there. Ben's like doing total face palm, like, oh, God, Jonah. And then Ben's like, so I got something. So we got these, pictures floating around of this guy in a spider suit floating around, and then this other guy flying around in a glider in some green armor. And he's, by the way, Jonah, there was another, attempt on Fisk last night. And he's like, yeah. And then, Ben's like, they say that place is like a black hole. I guess referring back to the Bugle. He says, nothing escaped it. No light, no sound. It might have been an inside job. And Jonah's like, so how did you manage to hear about it? And Ben's like, well, big explosions, building codes. Someone inside lost their nerve, hit the panic button. Whatever. The call went out. The cops showed up. One of the first responders owed me a favor. And then Jonah's like, so what? That's, 3 attempts in 3 weeks? And it's the same guy? Ben's like, well, that we know of. Unless there's more than one lunatic flying around in green armor blowing up stuff. Same guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jonah's like, well, that's some serious determination. Ben's like, or serious vendetta. Think we're going to read about it in the Bugle? Jonah's like, what do you mean? The dirty money behind the dirty paper? Let them do a story about the dirty goings on of said dirty money? Because I'll tell you, Ben, I'm shocked. Shocked to report there's no reporting going on here. And Ben's like, did you see what they ran today? And Jonah, in classic fashion's like, yeah, some weirdo in a black suit swinging through the city. Hell of a picture, by the way, Peter did. Ben's like, well, yeah. Jonah's like, so why didn't he give it to us? And Ben's like, well, because technically we're not open yet. And there's also the small matter of him not working for us. Jonah's like, well, yeah, and he never will if he keeps that up. So they go on to talking, and and Ben's like, well, we got 2 guys in masks going around the city, and Jonah's like, yeah, I see it. One's a distraction, the other's a story. Ben's like, well, we got to get to work. We got to get to work, getting this paper going. And he's like, but we need a name. And Jonah's like, yeah, I know, I'm working on it. So then we go back to our new Spidey. Kind of doing the whipping, the swinging, the acrobatic stuff in the air. He's like, he says, if the life you had stolen from you 25 years ago was suddenly given back to you, he's like, are you obligated to try and relive it? He says, because if you feel like you had to relive that life, wouldn't you just be, 25 years behind the curve or something like that? He's like, stick the landing, stick the landing. So now he's trying to not crash into walls again.
Yeah, kind of the movie. I want to know where he get the. Is he? If he? If he? Does he have a? What you call it? web slingers, or does he have like is it natural like the movie?
Oh
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's what I was
They didn't
wondering.
even like. It doesn't look like he's shooting it out of his. It does, but it doesn't. It's like I guess he'll explain a little later. I figure people know about his shooters. Maybe he's just looking at the picture for him. But I hope
Mhm.
he does bring it up. You know what I mean? But keep on, because it's like all of a sudden he put this. It's a black suit. You know what I mean? Or gray or whatever it's supposed to be. Um, because he's hiding himself. So I wonder when the actual legendary suit comes in. But go ahead, you keep going.
So we kind of got the first, kind of opens up to the first encounter of Strucker. Strucker's sitting there, going trying to break into this bank, and Spidey's like, doing his normal little smart ass quips. He's like, "Huh? So let me guess, you lost your keys?" And Strucker's like, "What?" He's like, Spidey's like, "Oh, what'd you do? Get accidentally locked on the roof?" He's like, "Or you may be trying to break into the bank below." And Strucker's like, "What are you supposed to be?" And Spidey's like, it's amazing that you asked me that because I was just having that same discussion with myself. What am I supposed to do? It's like, admit it, I've been struggling with this whole thing. So I'm pretty sure that I'm supposed to be the guy that stops thugs like you. And he's all like, Shocker's like, well, have you ever done that before? And
Mhm.
Spike's like, he's like, no, first time. Shocker's all like, oh, really? You're a natural at it. Spidey's like, oh, thank you. And then Shocker's like, all like, acting all innocent or something. He's like, he says, you come here to stop me. I'm having second thoughts about turning to a life of crime. He's like, I'm just going to go home. He's like, I owe you. And he's like, and Peter's like, sure, anytime, mister. So he's just falling for this whole BS story. And of course, in true fashion, and this artwork is just amazing. No,
Mhm.
he's like, you can
Oh
call me
yeah.
the trucker. And he shocks him. Like, and of course, the new Spidey doesn't go into a wall, but he goes into, of all things, a trash can.
Trash can.
And he's like, oh. And he's probably thinking, oh, my back, my back. Well, not quite. So you got, Peter's back at home. He's like, man, I can't believe I fell for that, that BS. He's like, let's be friends. And he's like, idiot. So he's kind of like Napoleon Dynamite.
Go.
Idiot. So he's sitting there, eating some ice cream. And then you got this cute little picture of May
Oh.
with her little stuffed animal. She's like, oh my god, oh my god. She's like, it's the scary boogeyman. So she's like, like sniffling, like she's crying. He's like, oh shit. He's like, and she's like, ah. He like puts her hand in her mouth, like, shh, shh, shh. She's like, he's like, May, oh my god, it's me. She's like, it's okay, Dad. She's like, Dad? He's like, yes, shh, it's me, May. She's like, you're dressed like that guy. And he's like trying to convince me, like, well, what if that guy dresses like me? And he's all like, and he goes, you know what, May? He says, I am that guy. He says, I got bit by this special spider and it gave me powers. And she's all like, curious little girl. She's like, you got bit by a magic spider? He's like, sure. And he's all consoling her, giving her a hug. And he's like, which is why you never have to be afraid of this costume again. He's like, I'm sorry I scared you. And, she's, kind of seems like she's still crying.
Mhm.
No, she's like, Dad, you smell bad. He's like, like sniffing himself, like his pits and stuff. I mean, she's like, you gotta you gotta take a shower. This is gonna really piss Mom off. She's like, and Peter's like, he's like, no, no, no. He's like, speaking of Mom, I'm gonna tell her, just not yet. And he's like, don't tell your brother. Let's just keep this a secret between us. He's like, you'll do that, right? She's like, maybe. He's like, well, okay. What if I bribe you with some ice cream? She's like, but still, Dad, that costume sucks. I still don't like the costume.
Kids will say the darndest things, man.
Yep. And then we cut to the Daily Bugle with Kingpin.
The kingpin of crime.
Distraction, one sure Britain. And you got this dude in a ponytail. He's like, and exactly what do you need that for? And Fisk is like, I'm currently under siege by some mask-wearing vigilante. It has been very public and very loud. It serves to eclipse that noise with an even louder one. So I'm giving the people a better story to follow. And then he's like referring to the whole new Spidey. If you can see that. So that photo and all that. And then my Sure Britain is like, he's like, that's not the game being played, Mr. Fisk. The game being played is to give them nothing and make them like it. He's like, and what serves our purposes? And he's like, as far as you go, you serve myself and my fellow partners. He's like, we have divided this world amongst us. And after that, we have divided it further and gifted people like you your little kingdoms. He says, and you get to play king, Mr. Fisk, for as long as you can hold on to your kingdom. And of course, that kind of pisses, he's Kingpin off. He's like, who are you to tell me who's in control? He's like, I'm the Kingpin. He's like, and I'm not some normal man who plays by the normal rules. He's powerful, maybe more powerful than you imagined. But not me. I see the full measure of my land and the full measure of the enemy at my walls. Because I do not play king, I am one.
Mm.
Yeah. Oof. And then my Sure Britain or Breton or however you say it, he's like, well, then act like it. You've been given great resources. I suggest you use them. Then you got my Sure Britain and then that dude with the eye patch. Can't remember his name or.
I don't know.
And then and you got Spidey do the Spidey thing, kind of sitting on top of a gargoyle. And he's getting a text from MJ. And he's like, almost home. He's like, how are things at home? She's like, well, normal. He's like, well, what are you doing? He's like, saying to her, he says, are you still working? He's like, is everything all right? And he's like saying, yeah, or she's saying, yeah, just something I didn't finish yesterday that he's taking care of, so I might be late. She's like, well, don't feel like you have to wait up. You need your sleep. And she's like, sleep? What's that? So he goes into full Spidey mode again. Here's this poof. And then next thing you know, it's back to our friend Shaka. And he's obviously, gotten into the bank this time. She's like, bingo. And then Peter's all like, or Spidey is all like, well, hey there, hello. Fancy us running into each other again. He's like, well, how did that happen? And Peter's like, why does it keep saying Peter? Well, it's like, well, what they call something that someone does at the right time every single day. He's like, a habit. And you got some bad habits, mister. He's like, well, yeah, who doesn't? And he goes to strike. And, Spidey's like, good try. He slings him in the eye. And he's like, and Shogar's like, my. And he's like, Spidey's all ready to punch him. He's like, oh, yeah, come on. We've covered this already. He's like, and then he's like, oh, yeah, I think you broke my ribs. Stop. He's like, I won't, do crimes anymore. And Peter's like, oh, like, I'm sorry, I can't imagine what that must feel. He's like, yeah, I've got to, my wife's dying. I have to pay for treatments. And he's like, wait, is that true? And Shocker's like, what do you think? Spidey's like, oh man, not again. And once again, he ends up in the dumpster. And the whole
Got him
time,
again.
we've got Green Goblin watching from behind the
Dun
scenes.
dun dun. Yep.
And then back at home, Peter's sitting there guzzling down some milk, and he's like, "Man, Shocker kicked my ass twice in a row." And then he's like, thinking, man. And then there's my daughter. I scared the crap out of her. He's like, "Not good, Peter. Not good at all." He's like, "Face it, I might just not be cut out for this." He's like, the next thing he knows, May left in this cute little note. She like drew a spider symbol, which I'm thinking might lead to the, like you were saying, the legendary suit.
Yeah.
The blue and red. She's like, "I drew a picture of your spider. I hope you like it. You're the best." And he's like, maybe I'll give it one more day. So yeah.
The one more day. A little. Was he talking about that? Just one more day, which everybody don't like. The one more
Oh,
day. No, no,
no, no, no.
that's not what he was talking about. Then number 3 on sale in March, which is
March.
probably coming up in a couple of weeks. Maybe this week, maybe next week.
Yeah.
Um. So
Along with Jackpot issue 2. No.
Oh Lord. Bleh, bleh.
Herm's all like, "Man, you're like milking that crap. Why? Why?"
Why? So yeah. So I like you since you went.
Yeah.
Now I'll give my pointers here. Um, it was a fun issue again. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Hickman, great storyteller. He's not giving you too much. He's giving you a little bit more every time, which makes this a fun read. Because a lot of people are like, give me all the answers, and then you have a short series because you got all the answers all in the first 6 issues or something like that. So I like that you can spread it.
Mm-hmm.
Chichetto, man, his art's just like
Oh yeah.
out of this world, man. It's just so good. It's so good. Like, there's a reason why, you know, this team is a legendary team already. So the way he draws MJ, maybe that's the reason I end up loving it more. Oh, he just knows the hearts of us Spidey fans. But
Yep.
that just she just looks.
I
She's
know.
got like swag and she looks amazing. And
Yeah.
she draws. He knows how to draw kids well. There's some artists you can't tell if they're young kids or older kids
Mm-hmm.
or young adults or whatever. Um, he draws a great Peter Parker and a great Spider Man. It's just like all around. You know what I mean? Of course, the Jonah. You know what I'm saying? The way he's talking to Ben and stuff, and Ben already knows him. You know what I mean? Oh man, it's just I can't. I don't know what else to say about it. But I love the shocker part. I
Mm-hmm.
like that. Do you like this new suit? It looks kind of different. I
Yeah.
don't hate it, but it's still different. And
The
Shadow always draws it so well. What
I don't
happened?
know if you noticed on his hands, it kind of reminded me of Iron Man's nanotech blasters or whatever,
Mm,
which makes me wonder if
yeah,
maybe he got a hold of some Stark technology, maybe.
some Stark Tech, kind of like the movie. You
Yeah,
know?
like the movie. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Homecoming was it? Like, you saw the shocker version on that. Um, that could be it, bro. That could be like he got some of the after everything that happened in the other issues and stuff and the ultimate issues. But yeah, I like it. It's definitely gonna be a figure. You know what I mean? If they make a Marvel Legends figure out of it, I definitely would get it. So and then of course this version, this version of Spider-Man might be without the symbol, just all black and stuff like that. You might see that. It's weird to see that because he hasn't been Venom, but it doesn't really matter because he wasn't Spider-Man for all those times. So you know, who knows if there'll be a Venom part if that ever happened, or we'll see. This Ultimate Universe is a little different because of what happened, what uh the maker did. So always very intriguing, and the guys with Kingpin, which I forget their names, but
I'm
all
sure.
awesome.
Um,
Yes,
we'll just
but
call
it's
him.
all
We'll just call him Ponytail.
ponytail. Oh man, but yeah, it's really good, and I love the relationship between father and daughter.
Yeah.
Um, May, which obviously he didn't have his powers before he had his kids, so like Mayday Parker, Peter had his powers, so when she was born with the powers and stuff, so the ability and stuff like that. So it's gonna be interesting to see if May ever gets powers in the future. I mean, that's way in the future. She's a little girl here, but little stuff like that. I started, and of course, I just talked about the web shooting earlier. Um, a lot of people are like, "Oh, is it that important?" It is to me. A Spider-Man fan, you always want to know what kind of web shooting he's doing, because that's
Yeah.
always interesting. That is he making web shooting? Did he figure that out? You know what I mean? Is he still smart enough to figure that out? After whatever 30 years, 20 years or whatever that he
Right.
wasn't Spider-Man. Um, is it coming out of his um thing like the movie? You know what I mean?
Does
Like
does that
his
does
wrist.
that mean it comes out of your?
Oh, definitely comes out of that, but man, I enjoy the heck out of this.
Yeah.
Um, if I'm gonna rate it, I'm gonna rate it a 5.0. It has to be. It's so good. It's so good. Very good storytelling. Very good. Some action. They show you a little bit more action. They show his rookiness when it comes to like he's too soft right now. And then the villains getting the Shocker was getting the best of him. And then of course you see a Green Goblin in the background, which is kind of interested to see what happens after all that. You know what I mean? After because before the Green Goblin, Spider Man was a little bit more experienced. Now he's not. He doesn't have the experience he had when he fought him the first time. Not that he was a seasoned vet or anything when the
Hmm.
Green Goblin, but he has some action. He had some experience. You know what I'm saying? Now he doesn't have the experience. So what kind of like how does he match up now with this version of the Green Goblin, which is more he has a suit now. He has a metallic metal suit or iron suit, whatever it is, with an updated glider. So all that's interesting. I can't wait. I hope my man Hickman does his thing and it keeps building towards that, and they let him do his thing, and he could have like a. I was hoping a 50 issue run. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But all that question marks and stuff is warranted. We'll see what happens. An inexperienced Peter Parker as an adult has kids, so he's more vulnerable now than he was when he was a kid. Believe it or not, when you're younger, you don't know no better, so you learn. You learn when you learn. You have attachments and stuff other than Aunt May and stuff like that, but or his girlfriends. But
Yeah.
here he has kids. He has a whole family. It's gonna be pretty interesting to
Hmm.
see how in this world he handles all that. So 5.0 for me. I understand like I probably give it too high rankings, but that's how much I enjoyed this issue. What do you give it?
Okay.
What do you think too? What do you think too before you give it?
Before you even gave the rating, I was thinking immediately 5.0, maybe even like 5.95. I mean, it was excellent.
5.69.
Dude. Um, yeah, just the whole um, hero struggle. Not knowing how to, swing and running, falling into garbage cans. But then you have the classic beginnings of his sarcastic wit. Um,
Yep.
I'm trying to think of what else. I noticed. It makes me think if. Well, I wonder if Hickman is like putting in little Easter eggs from the Sony universe. Like you got the blasters going back to Homecoming. Um, the little electricity around the new suit. It kind of without the symbol kind of makes me think of Venom's suit from the Sony movies.
Hmm.
I mean, and the green armor for Goblin makes me think of the green armor, like or the armor that Goblin had in Tobey's first Spider-Man. So these little, I don't know if that's intentional or maybe I'm just like crazy and reading into that, but yeah, I think it's pretty solid issue,
And
and
yeah,
um,
really good.
and like you said, yeah, Hickman and Chichetto are just superb.
It's like unfair. Like you put a team like that together, it's like who has a chance to even match that? You know what I mean? It's just,
It's like maybe that
hmm.
guy, Nick Spencer.
The pro what push to who?
Maybe he could take take some notes from Hickman. Maybe take a writing class.
But we say that, but you always say with this Ultimate Spider-Man, Hickman's not interrupted by publishers. He can do whatever the hell he wants on this right now. Well, that changed it or not, we'll see. But that's a huge difference. If a writer is allowed to do what they want, especially a guy like Hitman,
Mm-hmm.
you know they're gonna do a good job. So the other guy you keep mentioning, you know, Spencer, you know what I mean? Like I was saying when Sam, rest in peace, my man, through those shows, he wasn't given 100% creative. He didn't have 100% what he wanted to do with it because his writing wasn't bad. It was I keep saying it. People are like, oh yeah, you're his lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? This is what happens when you have uh you know full control of a book. When you give it full control to a writer and an artist, and they can make magic together. Um I don't know if you have the same team, if he could do that in the Amazing Spider-Man run. I don't
Hmm.
know if you have this kind of you
Yeah.
have because Hickman's a great writer. He'll probably leave. He'll probably get pissed and leave in 7 issues or something like that. You know what I mean? I just don't know if they'll give him full control of the ASM run. Which, if they did, that'd be a different story.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody will love ASM run because they could do whatever they want. I think there's too many rules and restrictions on the main run, and that's why what happens. And then everybody blames the writer. You know what I mean? Oh my God, Zeb Wells, he sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like he has to work with what he could work with. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know what I mean? They look at me like, oh, you're his lawyer. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Kind of
So
like that
my man,
whole. It's kind of like that whole situation with the flack with the two actresses from Madam Web. Dakota Johnson's all like,
yeah.
well, I had to take what was written,
What they
and
gave us.
then Sydney Sweeney, Sydney Sweeney was all like, well, I'm just an actress that was asked to be in a movie.
Yeah, yeah.
So Sony's
Well,
pretty.
if you watch the movie, the girls weren't bad. They
Yeah,
what they given, they were really good. It's just the story sucked. You know what I'm saying? That's just the whole thing sucked. You know what I'm saying? But they were good. And I was able to enjoy the movie because of them. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Not because how hot they look and nothing like that. You know, I'm just
No.
they were. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying. But
Hey, family show.
it's
Come
a
on.
family show. It's a family show. You know what I mean? But I think with what they had. There you go. Perfect. The same thing with the writing happens with that movie. Like you you take what they give you and you do what you can. It's like, oh, and the main Amazing Spider-Man, I gotta use this guy. Oh, you can't because he's over here. Oh, and this guy killed him over there, and this happened over here. Oh, everybody wants Mary Jane and Peter together, but that can't happen because we don't know how to write them together. Most writers don't. You know what I'm saying? All I know is right here, Hickman's already proven you can write them in together. You know what I mean? And it's just I'm glad he's in the Ultimate Run. My man, 9 panel grid up in here says 11 Ultimate Spider-Man 4.5 for sure. Yeah, man.
Mhm.
So there you go. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna get great ratings wherever you get. If it's actually Spider-Man, who people who really wanted to read Spider-Man, they have a Spider-Man title if they don't like the main run. We just we look past a lot of the BS and try to focus on the issue, and it's not easy to do, but we do it, right? He's like, I wonder if ASM and USM have the same editor.
Hmm.
That's the thing. I don't even know. You know what? We discussed this before, and I don't think they do not have the same editor. What's this editor's name?
So it's Will Moss on Ultimate
Mm-hmm.
and ASM. Trying to remember.
ASM is Loeb.
Is it low?
Rob Loeb or Rob Loeb? Rob Loeb, not the actor, but
Oh, Nick Lowe.
Nick Loeb. There you go. I was like Rob Loeb, the actor. Nick Loeb. So, yeah, that's a good question. If Nick Loeb was on the Ultimate Spider-Man one, would it be the same? I mean, that's a great question, Eric. That's a
Mhm.
great question. But you just don't. It's hard, man. It's really hard to to do what you want to do when an editor is telling you can't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, aha, Will Moss is over Daredevil. He's great. Low is a problem though. Yeah, yeah. He's Quesada left. You know what I mean? He was one of the problems before, and then Lowe is taking up on his footsteps. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that's why Nick Spencer, like people don't like. Oh my God, that run's so bad. Like if you read the run, if you give it a chance, and you see that it wasn't Nick Spencer, he was trying to do things to change it and try to make Spider-Man fans happy. It was just a lot of interruptions. That's why you know, they had so many different artists because of it.
Hmm.
Because yeah, so ah, it is what it is. Ultimate Spider-Man was great. We enjoyed Gang War. You know what I mean? Embrace yourself for the next arc of the Amazing Spider-Man. We're gonna have to be apologists over here. Oh man, how long is this run gonna last with these two? I'm just hoping eventually they wrap it up within the year. I don't know how long, guys, but
Hmm.
if they're already 44 issues in, who knows how long they go? Um, but man, a lot of us preaching for Jay McKay, and he's probably not gonna be available. You know what I'm saying? He's got Avengers. He's still doing. He's got the X-Men that they announced. Um, what do you think about the X-Men? You saw the announcement with the three X. They talked about it in the Blame Fable show the other night. But did you get to see that news with the three titles?
Oh no, I
The
didn't.
X-Men.
Huh.
Okay, so I'll let you check that out. They talked about it in the Blame Fable show too. Then maybe next week we'll talk about it because we're only doing one issue next week. And like I said earlier, if you guys want to continue on, we will continue with the Ultimate Spider-Man run. As the run goes, me and Tom gonna cover it.
Hmm.
We might cover other runs. You know what I mean? We got I haven't read it yet. The Ultimate Spider-Man that came out. Did you get to read that one?
Yeah, I
Okay.
did.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Okay. We might cover that one. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. We try to make it like I always try to make it one issue at a time to make the show shorter, but
Mhm.
we haven't done this in a while, so it's okay. But next week, guys, next week, Spider-Man 45, the aftermath of the big gang war. Next week, 1 p.m. East, we'll be back here to cover this issue and stuff like that. Hope you guys are enjoying this in the rewind or whenever, live or on the rewind. And of course, like I said earlier, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Ding, ding, ding that bell for notification for future videos as we're starting to get to our favorite part of the show. Well, my favorite part. I don't want to speak for you, but it's always my favorite part
I love
of
it.
the show. He loves it. There you go. So I'm not the only one. You know what I'm saying? You love it. You know you gotta have it. That show and tell, that beautiful sight. Yeah, you get stuck there.
Choo, 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 choo.
Big show and tell up in the house. My favorite part. I'm gonna go first because my man Tom, he's got spectacular show and tell, and mine is not as spectacular. I hope I can, you know, live up to the hype. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give myself the solo while my man Tom gets himself ready, and welcome, welcome, welcome to the show and tell version of this show, which we haven't done in a while. I haven't been here for a couple of weeks. I'm gonna take a quick sip. Excuse me. And here we go. So my first thing I want to show because I saw it. I wasn't gonna get all of them because these things are like $15 a pop. But there was a 25-year celebration of Pokemon by Time, so they had a collector's all four covers edition, and they went fast. I got a chance. I had a chance to get all four covers, but I got my favorite. Charmander is my favorite Pokemon out of all of them. I think I could say Pikachu is a close, very close second as out of the first, but out of the original three at least, he was my favorite one. Bulbasaur is the other one. Squirtle. I almost got all the covers. I almost got all the covers, but I refused to buy them all because I actually do want to get a bag and board magazine size for this. I gotta find maybe Midtown Comics sells them separately. But I I had to, man. I love me some Pokemon. It has a full front and back kind of thing. Anybody knows I love Pokemon, so should I have gotten all of them? That's probably the gimmick right there, where they fool you to get all four copies. But I got at least one. So right here, I hope y'all like that. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em. It's so true. What's in my destiny? I already forgot the words. There you go. But I know the words. But this is a blame. You can blame everybody. This is a blame the monthly show that Robbie be having with Nick and all of them. I think Bearded did it last time too. Was the Stu that was there finally? I forgot who there was. All the combatants for the last thing. You can blame the Phable show. You can blame them all. But I ended up getting the Savage Sword of Conan. I saw
Oh,
it at Midtown. I ended up picking it up. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I ended up picking it up. Get me a copy of it. Uh, they all. I love Conan too. Sleepy, you can blame him too. He's a Conan fan too. I think he had this on his show. Sleepy, I watch your shows. I watch your shows. You like maybe one issue out of all the ones you pick up, but I still like your show. But man, this is I had to. The magazine size, stuff like that. And it's Conan. People say it's so good. I haven't read it yet, but I definitely want to put it in the top of my reading list. So this is blame all you guys. You know what I'm saying? Blame you all for making me go and grab this, especially the monthly best books of the month in the Pop Culture Philosophers channel. All you guys. You know what I mean? So I blame you all.
hey, don't
It's
feel bad.
so
I
good.
picked it up too. Yeah.
I
Darn you, Sleepy Reader.
blame Damien
Darn you.
too. Sleepy Reader gets blamed all the
Darn you,
time. I
Vulture.
blame you too, Sleepy.
Darn it, Vulture.
Um, I saw Robbie pick this up a few weeks ago, and I was like, I got it off Midtown too, because I wasn't sure, but I got me a copy of the Penthouse comics. You know what I mean? 2024. I didn't get any of the naughty covers. I got a decent cover. Um, this is not PG. You know what I'm saying? This is damn near rated X. Near. I don't think it's completely rated. It's more rated R. Um, you do see some melons in here. You know what I mean? But that's it. You see melons, not the bush, so you're safe. So if you're looking to just see melons, then you can see that.
Oh man, where
Yeah,
did this
guys,
show
not the
go?
bush. All right.
Where did this show go?
That's all right. I don't think anybody else is listening anymore. So I don't think they. So here you go. Penthouse. That got me a copy. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna show this on the I was gonna I was gonna show this because I'm still gonna I gotta take the pictures and stuff like that. I haven't had like the room to spread them out and take pictures. But I sorting out my books. I saw all four. I wanted to get these up for throw your sets up Saturdays. Um but I didn't get a chance to for Halloween because I found book one, but I couldn't find four. I found two and three, but then I misplaced those when I find one and four. There was always a reason I didn't find it, but I finally found them all together. So I might as well. It's gonna be a future throw your sets up, but Got me some the Supernatural. One of this is number one. You know what I'm saying? Supernatural. You got the Halloween, like the pumpkin. You know, it was a Halloween special.
Huh.
You know, the most supernatural superheroes of them all. You got Ghost Rider. You know,
Huh.
the Wolf. Excuse me. And yeah, Doomsday wannabe looking guy back there.
Huh.
Number two got me number two, which spectacular. Got me number three, and got me number four. So these are nice little collection for me. I think I got this one of these over pop culture philosopher box. I think I got one of them off of there. So yeah, man. So that was the books. Um, I got myself a Hot Wheel, another one, another Batmobile. I keep forgetting
Uh-huh.
which ones I showed last time, but I don't, this one's a new one too. This is part of the Batman Superman movie. What you say that name? Why you say that name movie? You know what I'm saying? I got that Batmobile for that movie, I guess. One of five. So any chance I see a Batman Batmobile, I always end up getting two of them. I don't know where I put the other one. I get one so I could open and one I could leave closed. So everybody knows I love me some Batman. Just don't tell nobody. But it's just a Spider-Man show, you know. And keep on keeping on. I got me a movie, so I still get movies. I know Target and Walmart took them out. I think no, some Walmart still has them. You can see there's very minimum, but Target already took them out. Best Buy took them out, but Amazon still has them, and I had to pick this up. The Scream 6, I think it is. Jenny Ortega. I still haven't seen this one, but I have all the Scream movies at least on Blu-ray. I don't have them on 4K, but had to get me this one when I saw it on sale on Amazon. I don't know if any other movies are gonna go on sale, so I'm gonna have to like pull the trigger on some movies like Marvels, like people don't like, but I'm gonna get that because once it's gone, it's probably gone. But yeah, I'm still getting my movies. Still getting my movies, and of course I got new pop figure. I see my man
Oh.
Knuckles. You know what I'm
Woo.
saying? Love me some Sonic the Hedgehog. Everybody knows that. I got Tails last time, and I finally got me some Knuckles. Now I gotta figure out a way to get Silver now. He's back there. You know what I mean? Oh, that's a classic 30th anniversary Sonic, huh?
Ooh.
Ooh, I might have to get that one too. But got
Yeah.
me the Target.com exclusive, guys. So there you go. There you go. I got that one. Keep on keeping on. I got a couple of I got this is more for the lady because she loves herself some Squirrel Girl.
Oh yeah.
Steve Ditko character. You know what I mean? But there's the modern more a little more modern day Squirrel Girl. So you know what I'm saying? Squirrel Girl, she's awesome. You know what I mean? A little controversial because she says she's so strong that she beats up everybody. So but Squirrel Girl, she commands the squirrels and stuff like that. Squirrel. You know what I mean? So why not? Why not? And then last but not least, got me how to get me this one. Anybody knows I love me some Ghost Rider. And I have
Oh.
this issue somewhere. I, I was trying to find the issue, but I have it buried back there. But
Oh.
I'm hoping for a throw your sets up one day. Target exclusive.
I
Which
saw that, and I regret having not picked it up.
yeah, well, I went to Target and this was the last one that looks good left. And yeah, the other ones were sold out. The ones that weren't was cracked and stuff like that. So looks fantastic. The original Ghost Rider. I remember buying that issue as a kid off the stands at a pharmacy. So
Huh.
I rebought that issue. I have it somewhere in the back. I probably have it closer than I thought. I think it might be in my Ghost Rider box, but I had to get it. Come on, you know this. You see it in the stands. You know how to get it. And that's it. That's my blaming. I hope that was a good blaming. I was here for a little minute, but I know my man Tom's got some good stuff to show us.
Oh.
So what you got, my man?
Yeah. So, at the thing that me and the Portland comic crew went to yesterday, the swap meet, they call it Frankenstein, which is kind of weird, but so no.
So this show is family friendly, huh? Darn, I was hoping he wasn't paying attention.
So yeah, I know me and Herm were possibly talking about covering Kraven's Last Stand. So
Yes.
I was on a hunt yesterday, and I was able to find some really good
Ooh,
2 through 6.
newsstands.
So I found these 2 covers for $10 each. It's part 3, and then my favorite cover of the whole 6-part run. This was $50, but it was half off. So I got it for 25. And then part 5. So that one was 40, and the final part was, oh, wait a minute. Well, anyway. But I was able to barter, and I got like $15 off 2 of them. So yeah. And then I got the 4-issue Cloak and Dagger.
Nice.
Issue 2. And then 3. And 4. And then
That's so cool.
Marvel Team Up, which was really awesome. Spidey and Hulk.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. And then the cream of the crop, I was hoping I could find this because I used to have a slab of it, and I just kicked myself for having sold it. But
Nice. You got it back.
yeah.
Nice. We
So
always find a way to get it back, you know? Wow.
are,
You weren't kidding. Nice.
and then Fable's gonna love this. In fact, I ran this by him before I bought these. So I don't know why Hasbro decided it was okay to immortalize a tragic moment for us Transformers fans from our childhood, but I call these the death bots. So here we go. We have
Ah.
Hyde, poor Prowl, who I think died the most gruesome death in the movies.
Wait. This is them in the movie got shot already? Dead?
Oh, did I just
What?
what?
What? Did they die?
What? Oh no!
What?
And then, so today's St. Patty's Day, so I figured, why not? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant
Uh,
Ninja.
this Mini Mates
Nice.
set, and it looks like you can take the cover sleeve off, and it looks like a VHS. And then
That's nice.
you got the figures, and it's cool because it comes with a little canister of mutagen, and then like a little, what do they call them, Mauser or Mouser? And then, but wait, there's more.
There's more.
So my grandpa, I mean, sleepy reader. Sorry, David. I don't know if he's still on the stream. He might have left because he was upset by me calling him grandpa. But so he was nice enough to pick up just awesome covers. The UK.
Wow.
These are from the UK. You got
Wow.
Good. Speaking of Game War, yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow, those are nice.
And then this was my my pickups from this week. And I don't know if you knew this, but they're rerunning the Marvel Superhero Sticker Wars. They're doing the facsimiles.
Station John, what's up, man? Oh yeah, the Secret Wars. Yeah, I'm getting them all, man.
issue
I gotta.
2, issue.
I'm gonna have to make a switch to Tom's hide.
And this,
Wait. Show that other issue again. Which one you
oh,
showed?
which one? Um, oh, issue 3?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That like the facsimile too.
Yeah.
I have a few original ones, but I don't have them all. So I like that they're coming out with all the facsimiles plus the foil. So I'm getting both of them.
Oh, nice. And
Yeah.
speaking of Ghost Rider, I saw this. Decided to pick
Nice.
it up.
That's a hot issue. Whoo!
Oh, and speaking of next week, we've got. I love this cover,
Nice cover, man. Hell yeah.
and I never thought this would happen. I'm a big fan of Spidey 2099. They decided to do.
Uh-huh. Symbiote. Yes.
And then Transformers.
The Transformers! What happened to Optimus? Why is he on the floor?
And this
I gotta catch up. I'm an issue behind that one.
got What If, got Venomized Wolverine.
Number 2.
Yeah.
I have to pick that one up. I like forgot about that one. But we'll
So
see if it's not sold out.
that was um, from this weekend. um,
Oh, he's got more, fellas. He's got
yep.
more. This is his biggest show and tell there is. You know what I'm saying?
So that comic store that had the 50% off books, I just picked up a huge stack of like. So we got a classic Marvel superheroes with Medusa.
Ooh,
Um,
that one's nice.
Marvel Tales. You got Vulture and the Tinkerer.
Hell yeah, the Marvel Tales, baby.
Um, so the Marvel run of Transformers. You got issue 6.
Oh, nice.
And then
Oh, Phable like those.
issue 7.
Woo, nice.
Um,
I
I'm
love
pretty sure
Transformers, man. I love the issues.
I have this already, the aerial bots, but this is like a
Oh,
less, probably a reader copy, I would say.
Aerial Bots is my favorite, man. I'm jealous now. I need to get me a copy of that one, man.
And
Hell yeah.
then I liked this because it's Megatron in his gun
Uh-huh.
form. Um, then you got Fire and Ice, of course. You got Marvel Team Up, Iceman and Human Torch.
Nice. Number 23.
Um, Marvel
That's
Tales with the Lizard.
nice. That's sweet.
And of course, Hulk and Submariner. Supervillain Team Up. I don't know how I get involved with that. I'm trying to get the whole 17 issue run.
Nice. That's pretty cool, man. I don't even have any of those. I might have one or
More
two, maybe, but
Hulk and Submariner. I know this is going on forever.
keep going, buddy. Keep going. It's all good.
And you got Starscream with the
Megatron.
Circuit Breaker.
I'm the new leader. Not Megatron.
And then I think we might be getting to the end of stack. I think. And I love this Hulk. Classic.
Yeah. That's a classic cover. I've seen it plenty of times throughout the years.
And then finally we're at the end. Then we've got Best of
Ooh.
TMNT Volume 1
Nice. Best
and
of collection. Cool.
TMNT Volume 2, which just came out recently, I believe.
Uh
So yeah, that's my big hashtag blame primetime.
huh. That was epic, man. You weren't kidding. Like there was a 3 weeks of build up of this show and tell. It's like, man, we're not going on tonight. Damn, I have all this show and tell. You know what I'm saying? I like sometimes I have more and then I don't remember what I have, and by the time the day comes, I just put something together. But there's a couple of pieces I thought you got, so I didn't show. But I guess I'll show them next week. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I'll show those next week. I guess I got save some for next week. But that was awesome. Show and tell was awesome. Uh, the issue was awesome, guys. Thanks for joining us. It's 3 weeks in the making. Of course, come back next week. We're only doing one issue. We're doing Amazing Spider-Man number 45, the end. The aftermath of Gang War. See what happens in the aftermath. See what happens. We probably do the same format. We'll have a little conversation in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
do the issue and some show and tell. That's gonna be the order. It probably won't be an hour and 47-minute show like this week, but we haven't done a show in 3 weeks, so there's some people dropped off too. Like, I just take it too long. I have to go. You know.
I think the whole maybe it was the whole penthouse and melons and stuff that made
What? What? Man, the Bush? What? What? Who's Bush? What?
Oh man. Oh man.
Oh man. So join us for Primetime Tom and Big Herm after dark tonight. Stay show. I'm gonna end it right there. See you guys next week. Station.
Station.
Baby after dark.